Good morning all of you. In the last class we discussed about the basic information of Palampur village. Okay, that means electricity facilities, transportation facilities, okay, education facilities and health facilities. Now in today's class we will discuss about the production and factors of production. Okay, how to increase the production. These things we are going to discuss in this class. Let us start this class with the factors of production. Okay, actually production means what? Production means producing of different goods. Producing of different goods. Here factors of production means in order to produce the different types of goods, what we need. That is the factors of production. See here, land, labor, capital, enterprise. All these are the basic requirements for the production of any type of goods. Okay, so these things are called as factors of production. So now tell me, how many factors of production are there? 4. What are they? Land, labor, capital, enterprise. Okay, now let us discuss individually about each and everything. First of all, land. So the land means not only the land on which you are living. Okay, now the land includes normal land, forests and water. Okay, to produce any item we need land and some raw materials from the forests and water also necessary. Okay, all these things included in land only. And some minerals also comes under this land because minerals also available from the earth surface only. Okay, land, forest, water and some minerals. All these are coming under land. Next, labor. Labor means workers who will work in the industries, factories or agriculture fields. Okay, na? The workers are called as laborers. Once observe this. One person, he is working in the field of agriculture. Okay, here he is working in one factory. Here he is running some what he is doing here? I think he is repairing something. Okay, and she is one educated laborer. Okay, so all these members will work in order to produce something. That's why these are called as laborers. Okay, so without labor we can't produce anything. Okay, but we may get doubt. So by using some machinery technology we can produce the goods, but in order to run those machinery also we need at least one labor. Okay, that's why labor is important in the production process. Next, capital. Capital means money. Capital means money. Okay, see here, this capital is divided into two types. One is fixed capital, second one is working capital. Fixed capital means, let's see now. See here, what is fixed capital? Money invested to purchase all these things, to purchase machinery, building and land, computers and other devices. Okay, in order to buy all these things we need some money. Okay, once if you buy this machinery, okay, once if you buy this machinery, no need to buy again and again. Okay, na? For a long time this machinery is useful for the production of same goods. If you once buy the building and land, again and again no need to buy. Okay, na? These are fixed things. Once if we buy, that will be sustained for a long time. And some computers, okay, computers and other devices also, if you buy once, they will be continuous for a long time. Okay, so all these things are the fixed things. We have to spend money in a single time. Okay, na? Once we have to spend money to purchase all these things. That money is called as fixed capital. Then what is the meaning of working capital? See here, in order to produce anything, we need raw materials. Okay, so for example, I have a factory. In that factory, I am preparing some books. I am manufacturing some books. Okay, na? For this book, what are the raw materials? Wood pulp. Yes or no? Wood pulp is a basic raw material for this. Okay, I brought some raw material. Okay, na? That means I purchased some raw material and I manufactured some books and I sold. Raw materials finished. Again I want to manufacture some books. Then again I need some raw materials. Again I have to purchase the raw material. Okay na? So here every time we are purchasing raw materials. Okay? After the finishing of the raw material, again and again we are purchasing. And so the money required to purchase the raw materials comes under working capital. Okay? Every time we have to purchase the raw material. So the money required to purchase the raw material is called as working capital. Electricity bill. So every month we have to pay the electricity bill. Okay? If you pay the electricity bill of this month, again next month you will get, again next month you will get. Okay? In this way, every month we have to pay the electricity bill. That's why it's electricity bill. The money required to pay the electricity bill comes under working capital. Okay? Next, wages of workers. For example, some workers are working in your factory. Okay, now you have paid 1 month salary, 1 month salary or wages. Okay, in the next month, will they continue their work without getting any salary? No. Every month you have to pay the wages and salaries to the workers. Then only they will work. Then only the goods will be manufactured. That's why. So wages of workers also comes under working capital. Okay. Once again I am repeating. Money required to purchase the raw materials. Money required to pay the electricity bills. Money required to wages of workers. Okay. Sometimes money required for the maintenance and repairs. Okay. All this money will come under working capital. Whenever the work is in progress, we have to spend some money. That money is working capital. Next, see here one example in the rural areas. So observe this figure carefully. Do you got any idea? He is a potter making pots. Okay, what is his raw material? The main raw material is clay. Okay, clay is the raw material here, and the money required to purchase this raw material is known as working capital. Why? Because always he needs clay to make these pots. Okay, once he purchased some clay and he made some pots and he sold. Okay, again he wanted to make the pot. That's what he need again. He needs some raw material. Again to purchase raw material, what he need? Money. So every time if he want to purchase the raw material, he needs money. That is the working capital. And what is his fixed capital? This wheel. If he purchase this wheel at once, okay now, continuously he can use them for a long time. That's why here the money required to purchase this wheel is called as fixed capital. Okay, this is one example in rural area. Next, see here, human capital or enterprise or entrepreneurship. Okay, see here, if you want to start a business, so for that you need a plan. Okay, so here for giving plans we need this human capital or enterprise, and for taking risk means he is investing money, okay, for the expansion of the business. That is that's he don't know whether he will get profit or loss, even though he is taking risk. So that's why for taking risk human capital is necessary. Next, here for expansion of business, just now I told, for the expansion of business, for the ads, okay, for everything human capital is necessary. Human capital means the human brain, the ideas of humans. This will come under enterprise or human capital. Okay, once again see the flow chart. This flow chart indicates total factors of production. So factors of production are divided into mainly how many types? 4 types. First thing is land, second thing is labor, third thing is capital, okay, and fourth thing is human capital. Again here capital is divided into 2 types. One is the fixed capital and second one is working capital. Okay, this is the information about the factors of production. Okay,